John Kernan has more on Bill Elliott.
Well, I was talking with Mike Beam today, and he said that they have had probably the worst luck that anybody can ever remember on the Winston Cup circuit after the type of year Bill had last year, his inaugural season with Junior Johnson. Mike and Bill both say this toughness, the bad luck, it shows you what you're really made of. They're not giving up. They're going to keep working harder and harder and harder, and they'll be back to get him at North Wilkesboro.
He's currently 23rd in the point standings. Last year at this time, he had already won 4 races. Now, the front pits begin to get busy after Bill Elliott's spin up there and crash up in turn number 2. Here's Jerry once again with the call of the pit stop.
You saw Rusty Wallace slow down and almost stop in the middle of pit road. He did that because the rules preclude him from being able to pass the safety car, which is running parallel to him on the racetrack. He would have been penalized. A very wise move by a veteran driver. Now they put left side tires on the car. They have a large tire mark on the left front fender just behind the left front wheel. They pulled that tire mark out. Here is Dale Earnhardt down pit road with Ricky Rudd, Davey Allison, and of course Mark Martin. Back to turn 1.
Meanwhile, over in turn number 2, the ambulance took over there, but I think that Bill is okay. Benny?
I tell you what, Mark Martin, I talked to the guys before and said he needs to stop shorter. He's getting too close to Earnhardt. This time he stopped, but he stopped. The back end was hanging over that yellow line. So when they changed the right sides, the NASCAR official made him push the car forward before he could go around and change the left sides, which cost him more seconds. And you can see all those cars going by. He lost 4 or 5 spots because of that stopping too short.
Mark Martin rejoining the race, and Ernie Irvin also will come back out when we go green in a few moments at Bristol. Back live at Bristol International Raceway in Tennessee for the NASCAR Winston Cup Food City 500, which is 313 laps in out of 500. Getting set for a restart after an incident involving Bill Elliott. He's okay. He had contact with the wall in turn number 2.
Here's the last pit stop, and here comes Davey Allison already moving. A great pit stop on his part. Rusty Wallace, Dale Earnhardt, and Davey Allison comes out from where? 7th spot to 3rd spot on the pit stop.
Now, Jimmy Spencer did not make a pit stop until after they did. He led the race. He stayed out there and led the race, as a matter of fact. And so now Rusty Wallace is back in the lead.
There we see Mark Martin on the line. Meanwhile, we're fixing to go green flag, Bob.
Green flag comes out, back to racing. Now, Rusty Wallace has a couple of cars ahead of him trying to get laps back. Wally Dallenbach, he'll dispose of him or try to down the backstretch, and Michael Waltrip is also.
Ricky Rudd has a problem in the 5 car, the Tide Chevrolet. Boy, he went very high in turns 1 and 2, going high in turns 3 and 4. Everybody going by him. He had come out in the 4th position, but Ricky Rudd having problems. Jeff Bodine goes back out on the racetrack now as we watch Rudd going very, very slowly. There you see Sterling Marlin is back after major repairs to that car once again.
Rudd may have lost a cylinder, you think, or well,
no,
he's coming in.
More than that.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's more than that.
Yep. Here comes Rusty trying to get on the inside of Michael Waltrip, and he does put Michael a lap down again.
Puts him
2 laps down.
2 or 3, yeah. And Rudd is in the pits. Here's John.
Very unfortunate for Ricky Rudd. Apparently a cut down a right front tire. Gary Dehart and the crew putting on right side tires, waiting for the lug nuts to go on. Rudd is down and away, but losing some valuable positions out on the racetrack. In fact, as he goes out pit road, Rusty Wallace puts him down a lap.
Tough break for the 2nd week in a row for Ricky Rudd. Car has run well, but doesn't go the distance.
He's been right up there in the top 10 all day. I think that only put Michael Waltrip 1 lap down. He had stayed out there and was at the head of the pack. He had gotten lapped when he got involved in that spin over there, but I think he's only 1 lap down. He's currently being shown in the 10th position.
1 lap down, you're right, Ned.
Rusty Wallace continuing to lead. The Unical bonus is worth $60,800 if Rusty Wallace, who is our pole sitter, can go on and win this race. 179 laps from the finish.
Well, think the only car that's passed him today was Mark Martin, and Mark came out of the pits very late there. In fact, he's being shown right now in the 3rd position, but he came out like 5th. But he's passed a couple of cars now, so he's pretty far behind Rusty.
Morgan Shepherd and Kyle Petty are in a good battle for position.
And right in front of them is Darrell Waltrip. That's position. Darrell is in 6th. That's 6th, 7th, and 8th. Darrell gets on the inside of Rick Mast, the Skoal Classic car.
Now Rick is a lap down. He's in 14th position. 2 laps down, actually.
Rick stays up out of the way. Lets all the cars go by on the inside.
Here's the roof cam and the telemetry.
Morgan Shepherd's car. Let's stay down to 198, 96 miles per hour. He accelerates down the front straightaway.
And 125 to the top. Climbing on the brake.
8,100.
I thought they'd run a little faster than that on the straightaway.
Well, Ned,
some of them do.
Some of them do. Morgan Shepherd's car is off the pace of, well, I saw 8,300 that time, so the car is not nearly as good as it was early in the race, so to sit so forward.
Right.
There we see Lake Speed Purex car on the inside.
And Wally Dallenbach in the Keystone there. That's Rick Wilson.
Wally Dallenbach having a good run here today, currently being shown in 13th position.
Morgan comes up on the inside of Wally. And here comes Kyle Petty right behind him.
Yes, closes in right on the back bumper of Morgan. But Morgan squirted away down the straightaway like he's really getting off the corner well, and Kyle was a little bit loose, pushing or something off the corner. Look at Kyle close up on the back bumper of that car through the corner.
Now Kyle to the inside in the backstretch. He has a half a car length going into 3. They go through the corner side by side, and now Kyle takes over that position.
That would be 7th position.
And Kyle really runs fast through the middle of the corner, but he has trouble, seems to have trouble getting off the corner, like there might be something wrong with his car.
Here's the green flag average, 108.096 when you factor out the caution laps that we have run. The right front on Kyle's car may be going down, we hear.
Really? He's able to keep it right down on the bottom of the racetrack, though. John Curtin, what do you know about that?
Robin Pemberton and the crew and the spotter upstairs are watching very anxiously, along with Felix Cervantes as Kyle flashes by in the front straightaway. He goes into the corner, then it feels like the right front tire is softening, and it's slowly losing air pressure. He is staying out on the racetrack right now. As soon as Kyle feels that he should come in, he will come down on pit road, but right now he is staying out there.
Doesn't seem to be slowing him down any right now.
He's still running at a pretty good clip. Let's see what he does when he goes up on the outside of Ernie Irvin. Now that's when, if the car is pushing, that's when it really tells. Morgan Shepherd moves right back up on him, and he had to go around there rather gingerly.
And meanwhile, Jimmy Spencer is right on the back bumper of this car.
Yeah, this is a 3-car battle for position here.
Spencer and Morgan have had some pretty good battles out there today. Spencer pitting on the backstretch. There's still 2 cars on the lap that are pitting on the backstretch, and that is Darrell Waltrip and Jimmy Spencer. We're watching 7th, 8th, and 9th.
It's hard to believe that the car is low on the racetrack as he is, if he had a right front tire going down.
Yeah, it really is hard to believe it.
Rusty Wallace continues to lead this race with 336 laps completed over Dale Earnhardt, Mark Martin, Davey Allison, and Derek Cope.